We did it. We did it, Lashley. You're going to be the next WWE champion. Guys, I can't believe it. I literally just came into my house at like 10 o'clock, knowing that we were going to get Bobby Lashley versus The Miz at some point in the night. And I saw on Twitter they kept up pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And I mean, they did the right thing marketing-wise because they made your ass stay until 11 o'clock, didn't they? My ass came at like 10:50 because I knew it wasn't going to happen until like the very end of the show. And this match didn't happen until like 10:54 p.m. They waited until the very last minute to do The Miz versus Bobby Lashley. But we finally got the match. It was a lumberjack match. They did all the shit in the world to make you believe that maybe The Miz would eke it out. But he didn't. Bobby Lashley ended up topping it out with the Hurt Lock. And guys, we have our new WWE Champion in Bobby Lashley, the second ever black WWE Champion, right behind Kofi Kingston in 2019. Just a great moment in general, even if you're not black. Like, just amazing to think that Bobby Lashley, who came into WWE in 2007, Bobby Lashley came into WWE like, not even 2007, 2006? Like 15 years ago, Bobby Lashley came into WWE. And he had the opportunity to be a WWE champion, but at the time, John Cena was the champion, and nobody was going to beat John Cena. Then he was the ECW champion. Then he went after the World Heavyweight champion. That didn't work out. And then he just left the company, and he came back in 2018, 2017, one of those 2 years, and he just had a bunch of this bullshit thrown at him, from the Bobby Lashley sister storyline to the, you know, look at my ass, Leo Rush thing, to like just a bunch of bullshit thrown at him. And then they finally struck gold with the Hurt Business. Now, I only been watching Raw. I watched Raw really the first 4 weeks of January, and that's it. But I enjoyed what I saw from the Hurt Business with MVP, Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin. I thought they were a really good faction. They were just four businessmen. They were only in... Businessmen, I know. They were only in the ring to kick ass and leave, and that's it. They were about their game, and they went about it. And there was no if, ands, or buts. They were took no shit and went in there. And it's something to appreciate about that gimmick, that powerful faction that they are. And to see how strongly they were booking Bobby Lashley, you know they're breeding him for greatness at some point. But you didn't know if they were actually going to execute it with him being the WWE Champion. I mean, he was the US Champion, but then he lost the championship to Matt Riddle at Elimination Chamber. So you're like, well, maybe they may have him actually, you know, go on to win the championship, but when would they do it? And then I think it was at Elimination Chamber when Bobby Lashley basically helped The Miz win the WWE Championship when he cashed in on Drew McIntyre. And then a week later, Bobby Lashley's like, I want you in the ring. The Miz is like, no, even though you helped me, no. And Bobby Lashley's like, well, next week. And then we got the match this week, and what do you know? Bobby Lashley's the new WWE Champion. As someone who doesn't watch WWE like that, it's really cool to see stuff like this happen because it just makes me, it reminds me of what got me into wrestling. You know, even though I don't want to say I detest WWE, but even though I don't like what they're about nowadays, when they actually execute really good wrestling, it makes me happy. Because it's like, this is what got me into what I love now. And even though it went to shit, it gets me back on track sometimes. All it takes is one good storyline. One good storyline, one good match, and I might try. I feel like I'm at the point now where with WWE, I almost just given up on the product. So it's almost like anything. I'm willing for them to give me anything that will get me to possibly draw me back in, even though I know for a fact they can't hold me long term. It's an abusive relationship, and I'm not involved in the very abusive relationship most wrestling fans are with WWE, where they will take a bunch of shit and keep on watching. I stopped watching a long ass time ago. I'm just kind of in that maybe like just trying to dip their toe in the water. This right here, I'm loving this. I'm loving the Hurt Business, and is it gonna make me watch Raw next week and the weeks to come? More than likely not. I think that Raw is just a done deal for me. I literally just don't have the mental capacity to sit through 3 hours of this show. I did it for 4 weeks and it was dreadful. But what I can say is if we're heading towards Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley WrestleMania, that's a match I can invest my time into. That's a match I'm willing to go to YouTube, watch the clips for, go to Twitter, see what people are talking about. That's a feud I can get invested in. Storylines like that, I can actually dip my feet into. And as a fan who's very disenfranchised and very distant from this company, I think I can very much get interested in what's going on here. And I think it's also the attachment of Bobby Lashley's black, I'm black, so I'm just happy. We don't really get that many opportunities. We don't get our people in the spotlight. So it's just that sense of I can do it. He can do it. I can do it. So I don't really know what else I want to say. I just want to come on here and just talk about how happy I am that Bobby Lashley's the new champion. So what do you guys think? Are you guys happy as I am that Bobby Lashley's the new champion? Are you like, maybe the Miz should have held out a bit longer? Or are you like, this should have been Drew? What do you guys feel about this? Comment down below. Let your boy know. I'm about to head up out here. Just a short video. I'm riding a high right now. Obviously, you can tell. It's time to bring it down. It's like 11:30. I'm about to go to sleep. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.